Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about thread introduction under operating system. So first we will see what is thread. It is a lightweight process. It is similar to process. Only difference is what? It is smaller in size. No process when you divide the process into smaller pieces, they are called as threads. For example, here Word is one process because it is open on my system. Then I've opened code blocks editor for writing code on my system. So this is also one process. So my computer has opened multiple programs at the same time. So when these programs will go inside the memory, they will be called as a process. For example, this is a process like Word, or you can consider as a code block, and this is a thread. Okay, so thread is nothing but it is a process only, but when you divide process into smaller size pieces, they are called as thread. So now this thread is of this process. So now we'll see what is multi-threading. Now every process can have one or more threads. If there is only one thread is there, then it is called as what? Single threading. If there are more than one threads are present, then it is called as multi-threading. For example, suppose on your cell phone you have installed one bike racing game. So that game is a process. Now this bike will be what? Bike number 4 will be one thread. Then you must be having in that game another bike. So that bike number 2 also is one of the thread. Then you have a bike number 1 that is also one of the thread. And you have one more bike number 3 that is also considered one of the thread. So in your racing game there are 4 bikes. So all those bikes are considered as threads, and your racing game is a whole process. So bike 1, bike 2, bike 3, bike 4 are part of this game only, but they are smaller in size as compared to the game as a whole. Okay, so this example is of multi-threading. You can see over here. Now the game which you are playing, no, that racing game is what? Process. And these bikes which you can see are can be considered as a threads. So they are part of this process only. So they are considered as a thread. So every process can have one or more threads, and it is called as multi-threading. Then following items are shared by threads of same process. See, this is a process, okay, and it has 4 threads: thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, thread 4. All are part of this process only. So which items are shared by all these threads of this process, that we'll see now. They will share the address space of this process. Whatever the address space is provided to this process inside the main memory, that space, address space, will be shared by all its thread. Thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, thread 4. Then global variables. If any program is written, okay, program when it is running, it is called as process because it is inside the main memory. So that process will have global variables. Your program can contain a global variables. So global variables of this program will be shared by all its thread. All the threads are sharing these global variables with each other. Then accounting information. Any information is there about accounting, that will be shared by all the threads of that process. Then opened files, used memory, and IO will be shared by all the threads of that process. Then child processes. If this process is producing, in turn producing any other process, then that will be considered the child process of this big process. So those child processes also will be shared by these threads. Then pending alarms. If any pending alarms is there of this process, it will be shared by all these threads. Then signal and signal handlers also will be shared by all the threads of the same process. Now some items are there which cannot be shared by threads of same process in multi-threading. If there are more than one threads of the process, they are the threads of same process, but they cannot share some of the items. So which are those, that we'll see. Okay, process is having suppose thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, thread 4, total 4 threads. Now they cannot share the stack space, that is parameters, temporary variables, return address of which is present inside the stack, no, that they cannot share. Thread 1 will have a different parameter, temporary variables and return address. Thread 2 will have its own parameter, temporary variable and return address. Thread 3 will have its own parameter, temporary variable and return address. Thread 4 will have its own parameter, temporary variable and return address. So stack part of the process is not shared by them. They will have their own stack. Though they are threads of same processes, they won't share this stack part. They will have their own stack. Then thread control block. Every thread will have its own thread control block. Now what is this thread control block? It contains the thread ID. Now ID of this thread is suppose 2. That won't be shared by thread 3, 4 and 1 because their IDs are different. This thread is having ID 3, this thread is having ID 4, this thread is having ID 1. So everyone is having unique thread ID. Then CPU state information. Which thread is executing, which thread is executed by CPU. So CPU information will be different for all the threads. It is not shared. Then user visible, control and status register, stack pointers, this type of information of CPU won't be shared by this thread. They will have their individual information about CPU state information. And scheduling information is also not shared by the thread. Suppose thread 2 might be scheduled before thread 4. So they won't be sharing any scheduling information. Priority of the thread is also not shared. Okay, some threads might be having high priority, some threads might be having low priority. Okay, so they are not same, so it can't be shared. So thread control block is not shared. It is unique for each thread, even if they are of the same process. So these are the items not shared by the threads of same process under multi-threading. Now we'll see there are different types of threads per process. Now it is based on number of threads and it is based on levels. Now based on number of threads, there is a single thread process, meaning that process will have only one thread, and there is a multi-thread process, meaning that process will have multiple threads. And based on level, we have user level threads and kernel level threads. Now single thread process means what? Only one thread is there for that process. And multi-thread process means what? One process having many threads. Thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, thread 4. Multiple threads are made from one process. Then we have a user level threads and kernel level threads based on levels. Now user level thread is managed by user thread library, whereas kernel level threads are managed by operating system. It is not under the control of users. Okay, so these user level threads work for user processes, whichever user has installed and user is using, for example Word, or you can consider the code blocks which I have downloaded on my system and I am using it. So those are called as user level thread. Okay, those processes will have a user level threads only. Kernel level threads means what? System processes which are there are not under the control of users. Those system processes has to be managed by OS only, operating system. So system processes are divided into threads and those threads are called as kernel level threads. So this was all about the thread introduction under operating system. Thank you.